Hey YouTube, this is Brandon, and this is my 2008 Dodge Ram 2500 with a Cummins engine here. And I thought I'd make a quick video of my lift since I put it in about 8 months ago. So I really regret not making a video out of it, because there is no other video out there of the install itself. But what I got here is the ProComp long arm 6-inch lift here. Now, as you can tell, I gotta admit, I haven't even gotten to the back. After I did the front, I decided to take a big break. But if you guys look closely, I mean, we got the long arms right there, as you can tell. And then we got the spring. It came with the spring set. I bought the shocks separately. I went with the Fox 2.0 shocks, and I'm running somewhat 35 1250 20 tires here, or rims or whatever. And yeah, so let me get under here so you guys can see what we did. So the hardest part of getting this this kit here is that you're going to, let me take a step back. So the reason why I went with the ProComp is because for the Dodges, they offered this to be bolted on. Now, putting this on, this is my control arm bracket here. Putting this on involved me cutting off the factory stock bracket that was probably up there. I don't know if you can see the shine there, but I don't do welding, so this is why I went with this. As you can tell, let me get up in here. Let's see if I can. Okay, so there's one bolt right here. This is that transmission cross member. Okay, which there is a spacer, that metal bracket right there. That is a spacer between this and that, so that comes with the kit as well. But let me get up in here. So this is bolted on here, bolted on up there, right there. I don't think this goes through the frame, but obviously this is my control arm, my lower arm here, going that way. But bolt. So yeah, and then a couple more bolts right here. Okay, and these are this OEM bolts. Okay, so whenever if you guys are going to do this, keep in mind that these are the OEM. So these are actually probably the only 2 OEM bolts that you will reuse. They go all the way through to this side. This is through your transmission brace here. Okay, so going back this way, you do have to get new camber bolts from the factory, from Dodge dealership. So just keep that in mind. And yeah, gosh, bunch of work, as you can tell here. Look, I left that on there, guys. I mean, it was, I cut it back as far as I could. I don't know if you can see kind of where that rust is starting to happen there, but I should probably get that cleaned up there. Yeah, man, just taking off the original bracket was such a pain in the ass. And I gotta tell you, I'm a contractor, so I got a bunch of tools back there, as you can see. But yeah, if I wasn't a contractor, just a regular guy, I don't know, like my brother, who is not handy, was watching me do it, and he was like, no fucking way. No way he was not going to get that done. But here's from the front end. Again, I know how to use tools, so I got a grinder. I was down there for a couple of days grinding out the control arms. You do one side at a time, obviously. Don't even think about doing both at a time. Yeah, I did one side, and then once I did one side, I went to the other. So, and then it came with this thing right here, which is your sway bar, like it's like a drop bracket, which I took down because I'll explain to you guys in a second what I got and what I'm doing today. But just to show you guys more close-ups here of the work that got finished. Trying to remember if there's any pitfalls so you guys can have. Oh, here's one, guys. All right, So it also came with this bad boy right here. Now, mine had a rough country kit prior. So there's like another hole right here, which I thought that was gonna be a problem. But it came with this bad boy, so you gotta drill these out, literally. So, this wasn't too hard. Actually, no, I take that back. It was a pain in the ass to get this one in there, because you gotta drill both sides out and put those bolts all the way through to this. And then this I forgot what this bar is called, the track bar. I ended up, guys, this is not the track bar that came. That is not the track bar that came with the ProComp kit. I gotta be honest with you, I fucked that one up. You see that one's adjustable here on this side. I tried to put the adjustable end on this side, and then the other end, it wouldn't fit, so I thought it was a good idea to pound it in with the mallet on this end, and that was the stupidest thing I've ever done, which fucked up the threads, and I had to throw it out. So $700 later just for the bar. I don't know if this is a Synergy bar or a I'll tell you guys in the comments if you ask. I'll look it up, but it's a different brand. So I had to modify the bracket a bit to get this to fit, but yeah, got that on there. What else did we fucking do here? New Pitman arm, of course. It came with this bad boy. Get the Pitman arm. Yeah, but the biggest pain you're gonna have is gonna be putting the thing on control arms. Control arms, it's a pain in the ass trying to get them to fit. I mean, you gotta really get the right tools. I mean, just get the right tools. There's a lot of prying. I got a bunch of pry bars. Let's see here. If you don't fucking have this, don't even do the kit. Don't even do the install. You gotta have this. Okay? And you gotta have some of these ply bars. And then obviously get yourself a nice torque wrench, which I have. Look, these are my other boxes I gotta put on the back. But yeah, if you don't have that, what do they call it, the lady finger? I don't fucking know. If you don't have that and you don't have a torque wrench, don't even do this. It's not gonna be safe. And the lady finger is nice because when you're putting bolts all the way across from one side of the metal to the other, shit tends to not line up, and trying to get that bolt through, it's a pain in the ass. But if you use that lady finger, stick it through one of the holes, or maybe the other end or whatever, it's a lot easier to line up the holes. But yeah, this is it, guys. Let me take a step back so you guys can see the lift on it. That's it right there. There you go. Gotta change out the headlights here pretty soon. Miguel, what's up, bud? O'Malley. A lot of fucking work, guys, but you can do it. I did it by myself. I'll tell you that. Put on jack stands, throw out some jack stands, and make sure they're rated properly. I had to get some 6-ton jack stands with the right jack, and I put it towards the front. I had to keep my jack stand right here because when I knew how to cut out the bracket and throw this on there, so I kept my jack stands right about there on both sides. I lifted up both sides while I was working on it. But what we're doing today, because, well, let me tell you a quick story. I took it off-roading right after I got this shit installed, and after I took it off-roading, guess what snapped off? You wouldn't believe it. This is your gearbox, fellas, and see if we can get that to focus here. You see this gearbox shaft right here? This bad boy? This thing fucking snapped. This thing snapped. I mean, like, not even the bottom. I'm talking about like the thicker end snapped off. And this is a brand new gearbox or whatever. And again, I gotta tell you that I'm not the first owner of this vehicle, so I don't know if that was already damaged and it just finally gave out when I took it off-roading, or we just fucked it up when we were having a bunch of fun. But that was like $600-700 just for that part right there. And oh, and by the way, this Dodge, I don't know if it speaks as a mega cab or whatnot. This is not like a common. This is not common. The diameter of this shaft, and then by the way, there's like a I think there's like a 4-bolt one which has like a square panel, and then there's like a 5 or 6-bolt one and it has like a circular. So just mind you when you're buying, if you do need to buy this, it can be a pain in the butt trying to hunt this. Trying to hunt this one down. I think this is like a 3,500 rated for a Dodge 3,500. I couldn't tell you, but that had to get switched out. So what I'm doing today, picked up a. Sorry, get the camera here. Put this part up here, and what we're gonna do. This is a brace for your steering gearbox. So the idea, this goes underneath. It's right there, and then there's like a brace that goes. It's pretty actually easy. It goes from like, you drop this bad with your sway bar. It goes from those where the bolts went, bolts in here, and it goes all the way across to the other side. It's just a big bar, and it has a hole right here, and it just kind of holds that together. And not only am I changing it because this snapped off, I'm also changing it because 2 other reasons. So the first reason is that nut, the nut that went here kept loosening up, and I know because every time we turn the wheel up there, up in the front, when you're turning that steering wheel, there was play right here. You can see this thing playing this way, fucking going up and down, and I quickly noticed my nut here, like it was kind of loose. Like with my fingers, I can just fucking loosen it up. I was like, what the fuck? So then maybe so I torqued it down more. Got my what's the Craftsman torque wrench here. Torqued that sucker down. Happened again. And the reason is you get a little bit more slop. You're like, wait, what am I getting? Like when you're driving, you get fucking wild slop. And I'm like, what is going on? It wasn't like that. So I came down here, checked, and that thing was loose. So that happened like every other 3 days until I said, no, that's not safe. We definitely got to get that fixed. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and hopefully with this bad boy throw some Loctite on there, and that should stay up there pretty well. I'll feel a lot better about it, and I guarantee you we'll eliminate a bunch of slop. Steering wheel slop is what they call it. So yep. Oh yeah, and then these links here too. It came with these bad boys. It's like a little extender. That's it, guys. Let me know if you guys have any questions. I will try my best to answer your questions and help you out.